Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Alongway. I'm Elena.
And I'm Marcus. Hey, welcome back, everyone. So glad you're here today. Seriously.
Yes, we are so happy you joined us. Okay, Marcus, I have to start with something right now before anything else.
Okay, I'm ready. What is it?
Have you ever, and I mean ever, looked at someone else's life and just thought, why does their life look so much better than mine?
Oh, wow. Yes. 100% yes. Without even thinking about it. Just yes.
Right? Like you're just sitting there, totally fine, scrolling through your phone, and then you see someone's photo and suddenly you feel, I don't know, kind of small.
Exactly. Like 1 minute you're totally okay, you're having a normal day, and then boom, one photo, and suddenly you feel like everyone figured out life except you.
Yes, like everyone got a manual and you just missed the meeting.
Oh, the meeting, right. Everyone else showed up and you just didn't get the invitation.
Okay, so that is what we're talking about today. Comparing yourself to other people. Why we do it, how it makes us feel, and honestly, why it is hurting us way more than we even realize.
And look, this is something everyone goes through. Doesn't matter where you're from, how old you are, what you do. Comparison is just everywhere. It's all around us.
All around us. And I think it's getting so much worse now because of social media. Like years ago, you compared yourself to maybe your neighbor or your cousin, people you actually knew.
Right, people in your actual life.
But now you're comparing yourself to people you have never met, people on the other side of the world, strangers.
And not just strangers, the best version of strangers, like the most perfect, filtered, carefully chosen version of a stranger's life.
Oh my gosh, yes. You're comparing your real, actual, messy life to someone's highlight reel. And that is just not fair to yourself. It's really not.
Not fair at all. Not even close to fair.
Okay, so this actually reminds me of something, a story. Can I share it?
Yes, please, go ahead. I want to hear this.
Okay, so there was a young woman. Her name was Sara. She was 26 years old. She lived in a small apartment in the city. She had a job she liked, not a dream job, but a good job. She had friends. She had a simple, nice life.
Okay, sounds pretty good, actually.
It was good. It really was. But Sara had this habit. Every single morning, the very first thing she did when she woke up was check her phone.
I feel like I know someone like this.
Don't we all? So every morning she looked at the same few accounts on social media, and one of them was a girl she went to school with. Her name was Nadia.
Okay,
and Nadia's life looked amazing. Beautiful photos, a gorgeous big apartment, fancy restaurants every weekend, vacations every month.
Oh, wow.
And Nadia had just gotten a big promotion at her job, and Sara saw all of this every morning, first thing.
Oh no, I already feel where this is going and my heart hurts a little.
Yeah, so every morning, Sara looked at Nadia's photos and felt worse and worse about her own life. She started thinking, why don't I have that? What am I doing wrong? Am I not working hard enough? Am I just not good enough?
That feeling, that specific feeling of like you're somehow failing even though nothing bad actually happened to you.
Exactly. And here's the thing that really gets me. Sara's life didn't change. Nothing got worse for her. Her job was still fine, her friends were still there, but she felt terrible every single day just because of what she was seeing on a screen.
So the comparison was the problem, not her actual life.
Yes, the comparison was doing all the damage. And one day, Sara was having coffee with her friend Lena, and she said, I just feel so behind in life. Everyone is moving forward, and I'm just stuck. And Lena looked at her and said,
What? What did she say?
She said, Sara, stuck compared to who, Sara?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Right? And Sara didn't have an answer. She just said, I don't know. Everyone. And Lena said, Sara, you are not comparing yourself to everyone. You are comparing yourself to the best parts of other people's lives that they choose to show you. That is not the full picture.
Wow, that really lands. That really, really lands.
And something just shifted in Sara that day. She didn't delete all her social media or anything dramatic like that, but she started asking herself a new question every morning. Instead of, why don't I have what they have, she started asking, what good things do I have right now?
Oh, I love that so much. Such a small change, but I bet it made a huge difference.
Huge. And slowly, she stopped feeling behind. She started feeling more grateful, more at peace. She started actually enjoying her own life again.
That story feels so real, because honestly, that is so many people. That might be most people, including me, I'll be honest.
Me too, Marcus. Me too. I have 100% been Sara.
We've all been Sara. Okay, so let's really get into this. Why do we even compare ourselves to others? Like, why do we do it?
Okay, so I think part of it is just human nature. Like, we have always looked at the people around us to understand where we stand. It's almost like an instinct. Am I okay? Is this normal? Am I doing all right?
Right, like we're just checking in with the world.
Exactly. But here's the problem. We don't compare everything equally. We don't look at someone and think, oh, they have a great job, but they also struggle with this and this and this. No. We just see the good stuff, and we compare that directly to our whole lives, including all our hard parts, our struggles, our bad days.
Oh, that's such a good point. We take their best and compare it to our everything.
Yes, and that is never going to feel good because no one posts their bad days. No one posts the morning they cried in the bathroom before work. No one posts the arguments, the failures, the lonely nights.
Right. You see the vacation photos, not the credit card bill that came after.
Oh my gosh, yes, exactly that. The vacation photos, but not the debt.
And our brain just accepts it. Like our brain goes, oh, okay, that's just their life all the time, every day. Perfect.
And we forget it's a highlight reel. We just forget. And then we feel bad about ourselves for no real reason.
And here's what I find really interesting. The comparison doesn't even make us do better most of the time. It doesn't motivate us. It just makes us feel stuck and small.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. And some people say, well, comparison can motivate you, right? Like you see someone doing well and it pushes you to work harder.
Right, I've heard that.
But, okay, there is a tiny bit of truth there, but there is a really big difference between inspiration and comparison, like a really important difference.
Okay, tell me, what's the difference?
So, inspiration is when you see someone doing something amazing and you think, wow, that's possible. I want to try that. I want to grow. That feeling lifts you up. It gives you energy.
It pulls you forward.
Yes, but comparison is when you see someone doing something amazing and you think, why am I not there yet? What is wrong with me? That feeling pulls you down. It makes you feel less than.
Oh, wow. Okay, so inspiration says I can grow, and comparison says I am not enough. That is such a clear way to put it.
Right? One moves you forward, the other just keeps you stuck in your head, feeling terrible about yourself.
You know what's funny? I used to compare myself to people I didn't even like. Like I would see someone I didn't really respect and think, how do they have more than me?
Oh my gosh, Marcus, yes, I have done this. You feel bad and confused at the same time.
Right? Like if they can have that, then what does that say about me? And then it just spirals. It goes round and round.
It spirals so fast. And that's the thing about comparison. It never ends. You compare yourself to one person, then you find someone else, then someone else. There is always going to be someone who has more, who looks better, who is further ahead.
Always. There is no finish line. You never win the comparison game. Never.
Never, ever. And I think when you really understand that, really feel it in your gut, something changes. You realize the only person worth comparing yourself to is the person you were yesterday.
Oh, yes. The only real competition is with yourself.
That's it. That's the whole thing. And that kind of comparison actually helps because you're asking, am I growing? Am I learning? Am I a little better today than I was last week? That's healthy. That moves you forward.
And it doesn't make you feel bad. You're not putting yourself down. You're just checking in with yourself, honestly.
Exactly. And you know what else I've noticed? When we stop comparing ourselves to others, we actually become kinder people. Like, we stop seeing other people's success as a threat to us.
Oh, that's so true. Because when you're deep in the comparison trap, someone else doing well can actually feel bad, like it takes something away from you somehow.
Yes, and that is such a painful, sad way to live. Someone else's success is not your failure. Those two things have absolutely nothing to do with each other.
Nothing. Zero connection.
There is enough good in this world for everyone. Someone else getting something doesn't mean you get less. Life is not a pie where if someone takes a slice, your slice gets smaller.
The pie. I love that. Life is not a pie.
It's not, but comparison makes you feel like it is.
Okay, so real question. How do you actually stop? Because it's one thing to say don't compare yourself, but how? Like in real life, how do you actually stop doing it?
Yeah, that is the million-dollar question. Okay, so I think the very first step is just noticing. Noticing when you're doing it. Because a lot of the time, we don't even realize. We just suddenly feel bad, feel sad, feel behind, and we don't even know why.
The feeling sneaks up on you. It's so quiet.
So quiet. So the first thing is just pausing and asking yourself, wait, am I comparing myself to someone right now? Just seeing it, because once you see it, you can do something about it.
Like shining a light on it.
Exactly like that. And then I think the next step is what Sara did. Instead of looking out at everyone else, you look in. You ask yourself, what is actually good in my life right now? What am I grateful for? What have I done that I'm genuinely proud of?
Shifting the focus from what you don't have to what you do have.
Yes, and it sounds so simple, right? Almost too simple, but it takes real practice because our brains honestly are kind of wired to notice what's missing, what's wrong, what's not enough. We have to actually train ourselves to notice what's there.
That's so true, and I think gratitude is seriously underrated. People say it all the time like it's a cliche, but it actually works. It genuinely works.
It works! And another thing that helps, being more intentional about social media. Not quitting it completely because, honestly, that's not realistic for most of us.
No, that is not happening.
No, that is not happening. But just being more careful. Like, you don't need to check it the second you wake up. You don't need to spend 2 hours scrolling and feeling worse and worse about yourself.
You know, I actually stopped checking my phone for the first 30 minutes after I wake up, and honestly, it changed my whole morning, like completely changed it.
Really? See, that's such a good example because you're protecting yourself. You're saying, let me have a little time that is just mine before I let the world in, before the comparing starts.
And I feel so much better. I wake up and I feel okay. I'm present. I'm not immediately in a bad mood because of what some stranger is doing on the other side of the world.
And you're not missing anything important. You're just choosing when and how you let things affect you, and that's powerful.
It really is. It's about being in control, not letting a phone decide how you feel about your life.
And look, we are not saying comparison never happens. It's going to happen. We're human. It's going to creep in sometimes. But the goal is to catch it faster, to not let it run your whole day, to remind yourself,
My path is my path.
my path is my path, yes, because everyone is on a different path, different starting points, different goals, completely different timelines.
And both stories matter. You don't have to be at the same place as someone else to be doing well. You really don't.
You know what I think the most important thing we've said today is? Comparison tells you that you are not enough, and that is just a lie. A very convincing, very sneaky lie, but a lie.
A lie that we keep telling ourselves, and it's time to stop.
You are enough, right now, today, exactly where you are. That doesn't mean you stop growing or stop working towards things you want, but you are enough as you are right now.
And your life is your life, not a competition, not a race against anyone else, just your own beautiful, messy, wonderfully real life.
Beautifully messy.
Messily beautiful.
Yes, both. Okay, before we finish, let me just go back to a few things we talked about today because I really want them to stay with you.
Please, yes.
We said that we compare our behind the scenes to other people's highlight reel. Remember that next time you're on social media and that feeling starts creeping in. You are not seeing the full picture, not even close.
And we said there is a big difference between inspiration and comparison. Inspiration lifts you up. Comparison pulls you down. If seeing someone else's success makes you want to grow, beautiful. But if it just makes you feel like you're not enough, that's comparison, and it's time to step away.
We also said the only person worth comparing yourself to is who you were yesterday. That's the only comparison that actually helps. That one moves you forward.
And someone else's success is not your failure. Say that again if you need to. Someone else's success is not your failure.
And finally, my path is my path. Say it to yourself when you need it. Your timeline is yours. Your story is yours. And it is more than enough.
More than enough, always.
I really loved this conversation today, Marcus.
Me too. It felt really honest, really real, and I genuinely think a lot of people needed to hear this today.
I hope so. And if you're listening right now and you've been comparing yourself to someone lately, just take a breath. Look at your own life. Look at how far you have already come. You might actually surprise yourself.
You really might. Be kind to yourself today. You deserve that.
Thank you for listening to English Alongway. We'll see you in the next episode.